They came from the plains and the jungle to the concrete expanses of Brasilia, to Brazil's Supreme Court, to ensure their voices in many languages were heard. Lismara, speaking in her native Kiowa, said they were asking for what was originally theirs, for their children's future. Others also told tales from the remote and poorly policed corners of this vast country of exploitation and violence.
I am Guarani. I came for our community to ask for our land rights. We need this urgently to live in peace.
I want to return home with our land rights clearly defined. My people are suffering, so I hope this will be resolved soon.
They held an overnight vigil. Then early the next morning entered the court. They accused the government of bowing to pressure from agri-businesses, powerful landowners who want to develop protected indigenous land for soy, sugarcane and cattle. This time, their arguments were heard. This is just the latest of the many battles Brazil's indigenous people have fought and usually lost in the last 500 years or so. For the victors, development, growth and profit. For the losers, a blow against their struggle for survival. There were an estimated 11 million indigenous people populating what became Brazil when the first European settlers arrived. Disease and slavery decimated those numbers. There are fewer than 1 million today. Just 0.4% of Brazil's population.
There were extremely violent actions before our 1988 constitution. Indigenous groups were removed from their lands during the dictatorship. Legitimizing 1988 as a time frame is to legitimize all the violence that was used before the constitution.
While they're celebrating the Supreme Court victory, their fight is not over.
Here in Brazil, we used to say that land is life. We are the land. We need the land to be able to practice, to be the way we are.
Brazil's indigenous people say they are still struggling to find their place in a society which has little room for its own original inhabitants. Schweimler, Jazeera, Brasilia.